Hey everyone, Dr. Frunkey here with an awesome new knife console for you on a Midtech Robert Carter knife. This is an F16. This is a Midtech offering that was offered some time ago via a collaborative effort with Chad Nichols Knives. Now, Chad Nichols is a producer of titanium and steel products and other knife making supplies, and every now and then they've been known to do a mid-tech run, and here is one of them. So, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Robert Carter knives. I've got quite a few in my collection, but they are a bit pricey. So, each one of these knives is going to cost you over $1,000. So, I'm going to go ahead and put these away so we can focus on these. But there are more budget-friendly options out there. This included, and I think this one is going to fall somewhere in the maybe $400 to $600 range, depending on how it is spec'd out and depending on who is selling it. You know, secondary prices are one of those things you can't always predict. But this is an affordable option. This sits above, say, some of the CRKT offerings that have some of his collaborative efforts. You should check those out, as well as the Ontario offerings. So what this offers is a slightly higher level production, mid-tech fit and finish, more of a hands-on sort of knife right here that's been created by a smaller group of people with a higher attention to detail. So why don't we go ahead and figure out what we are looking at here. These are going to be randomly available on the secondary market. I can't really tell you where to find them except for Instagram and the Blade forums. What you're going to see is that up front you're getting a 3.75-inch Tanto blade right there. I believe it's done in CPM 154. Back to the pivot here, you're looking at 4 1/4. Overall, you're at 8.4 inches. The handle is coming in at 4.5 inches, almost on the dot, and about 4 inches, maybe 3.9 inches of overall grip area. Right here, the handle is coming in at 0.497, just right under half an inch, and the blade stock is 162 thousandths right there. So let's bring out another couple of knives for a size comparison. This is actually the first time I'm going to be able to show this completed pair of Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3, now sporting these awesome new scales and hardware. So you can see that this knife does fall closer to the Paramilitary 2 size category right there. How about we bring out a Shirogorov F3 so you can see the F3 is considerably bigger right there. Let me bring out, I don't really have any other good knives for a size comparison right now. Here's a Koenig Arius. I need to get some better size comparison knives. Okay, so now that you've seen these, let's talk about this knife and break it down anatomically. Up front is that blade done in a Tanto grind. It, again, I think is a CPM 154. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This is sort of Rob's favorite blade shape, I'll say. He really enjoys the Tanto blade shape. He does a good Spanto as well, but I just know that he really enjoys this grind. A lot of his F16s, you'll see the custom versions, so I guess I should say that this knife is based off of his knife, the custom F16. The F16 you can denote by the fact that it's got this squared off back right here on the handle. The another model that he makes called the P40 has a rounded edge right here. They're largely similar in overall structure. The P40s are often a little bit smaller, but it also has a rounded heel right here, a rounded back end right there. In any case, most of the F16s and a lot of the P40s come in a Tanto configuration, so that's how he elected to have these done. Here you can see there are some nice touches, and you can tell that a real knife maker had his hands on this. You can see a nice sharpening choil with the edge sharpened all the way to the back. You can see that it is a very strong grind out here at the tip. This is meant as a working knife. This is definitely purposeful, that it is a thick, thick grind out there at the tip, meant for a sharp and strong piercing ability right there. The grind itself is rather thick and only comes up about 3/4 up the blade, so this is not going to be an ideal slicing knife. What you can see is that the edge bevel is quite sharp, so the knife itself is actually very, very sharp, and it cuts well, but it's not going to be your ideal slicer. This will not replace your Paramilitary 2, but if you need a hard use, rugged cutting tool, this may be the answer to what you need. So let's move back to the pivot here. This thing is running on a ball bearing pivot. It has a very nice detent to it and a very, very nice action. A big, heavy blade really flies out of the handle, and it's a very smooth closure. I really enjoy this. It's just interesting to me to see the different flavors of Rob Carter that are out there. So this is an interesting take for me. The action is nice. The flipper tab works quite well. It's sort of a Hinderer-esque flipper tab configuration where it's up like that. It reminds me of the Arius as well. Not uncomfortable, well-rounded, and it works quite well. There is a little bit of jimping up here on the blade. It's not too sharp. It's actually kind of slippery, so it's not the most perfect right there. Back at the pivot, the closure is really nice. The detent is excellent on this. I will say that it just flies out. I think the centering is slightly off because I've just been flipping it for this video and it's not Loctited. So don't take that into consideration. I did tune this to be centered, so that is there right now, but that's just because I've been flipping it. If I tightened it back, it would be just fine. The handles are done in nice titanium right here with these milled lines. They're pretty nice to look at. The stonewash is set off by these sort of polished lines. And on the clip, it's got one line of blue right there, or maybe almost like a thin blue line kind of motif going on right there. I don't know if that was the point, but it is certainly what this looks like right now. So this is just a quick overview of a Midtech offering of a Robert Carter design, the F16 Midtech. These are randomly available on custom knife websites and on the secondary market right here. It is a high quality piece, very nicely made. It does not have a lock bar insert. This is something that I'm not sure how this will go over time. Some Midtechs struggle when they do this with poor carbidizing, but I will say that there is no lock stick at the interface, and it is a very early lockup, so you'll have years and years of use, I think, with this particular lockup right here. So that's nice. Anyways, tell me what you guys think of the F16 Midtech down below. Go ahead and click like and subscribe to my channel. Go and check out Rob Carter's work. This is just another in a series of knives that he has out there. Like I said, he's got knives from the custom end all the way down to the budget end from CRKT and Ontario Knife Company. So thanks again for watching. Go ahead and click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video, and take care.